Be careful of mankind, Diana.
What is this place? Who are you people?
We are the bridge to a greater understanding.
Right.
What is your mission?
Well, here's the thing. You are in more danger than you think.
If you choose to leave, you may never return. Who will I be if I stay? The gods gave us many gifts. This is where we keep them.
It's beautiful.
Today, we celebrate the first heroes we ever meet.
Our moms. From the beginning, they shield us, protect us, and inspire us.
You will train her until she is better than even you.
They are our real-life Wonder Women. They remind us every day that the greatest power of all is love.
Join us today as we honor mothers around the world.
And tell the world why your mom is your greatest hero.
My mom is the best.
My mom's the
My
best.
mom.
My mom's
My
the
mom.
bestest.
We got some new footage to break down, and you guys will be really happy about this. We got the best possible news that DCEU fans could ever get. There's a new round of the Flash Ring giveaway. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber, leave a comment on this video. So you guys are going to be so happy with what's going on behind the scenes with the Wonder Woman movie right now. Just to address that footage first, obviously there's the funny part with them reminding to call your mother and thank her on Mother's Day for giving birth to you. Queen Hippolyta is Wonder Woman's mother. She doesn't explain it too much in the clips here, but it's always who her father is that changes in the comics, how she comes into being. Her origin story has changed a couple times, and people are wondering if they're going to change her origin story again just a little bit for the movie to make it a little more hardcore. Because right now there are two big versions of Wonder Woman. There's the Wonder Woman who was born from a lump of clay and gifted life by Zeus, and two, there was the one that's just the natural born daughter of Zeus and Hippolyta. One has God-given powers, the other one is a full-blown half-god, demi-goddess, and in the comics she's even become the god of war herself several times. So the other new footage that they have in here is when she's looking at the God Killer sword and Hippolyta's telling her this tale. These are all the gifts that the gods have given us. And little girl Wonder Woman is like, oh my god, that's badass. Can I play with that? And she's like, no, nobody is strong enough to wield that, least of all you. Like, she definitely does not want Wonder Woman to become a tool of war. Why would that be? There are a lot of theories about that. I'll explain the biggest one, but a big part of the movie is in Wonder Woman becoming the warrior that you know her to be from the comics. And the really cool thing that you might have missed is that in modern continuity as well as in classic Greek mythology, Hippolyta, Queen of the Amazons, is daughter of Ares, and Wonder Woman is Hippolyta's daughter with Zeus, meaning that Wonder Woman is 1/4 Ares. So the theory right now is that that's going to drive some of the big conflict later in the movie, but obviously there's so much stuff going on. I'll probably make a separate video kind of explaining how the Pantheon works and who's the son and daughter of who, because it's all one happy, big, dysfunctional family. So expect to get a taste for that during the movie. Right now in the comics, she's a little more chill. She used to be way more stabby, especially during the New 52, and a lot of the New 52 aesthetics pepper what's going on in the movies right now, especially a lot of the visual style of the Injustice universe, just the most heightened, hardcore version of the characters that you've ever seen. Part of the fun of the Wonder Woman movie is just meeting the Amazons who we haven't seen before, the most hardcore group of warriors on the planet. And in addition to that, them filling out a lot of the lore of the DCEU because they're so long-lived. And there's this whole supernatural side to the Wonder Woman character that we haven't even gotten into yet. We've dealt with aliens, we've dealt with the more grounded Batman elements of the DCEU. We know that cold, but what about the gods? Do they exist? Are they still alive? How do their powers work? Is it like the Marvel Celestials, gods with a little g, as in not like the all-powerful presence, which is the actual god of the DC universe? When the movie comes out and we all know exactly what the gods are like in the Wonder Woman movie, then I'll explain the presence, because he's kind of a weird character, and he's almost too OP for them to use him in stories, because it's like, why wouldn't God just step in and fix this if he actually cared about what was going on? You know, he doesn't care about what Darkseid does, he doesn't care about what the new gods do, he doesn't care about Batman, otherwise he would have saved his parents in Crime Alley. So he's just not a very fun character to use in stories. That's why you use the little g gods who do all kinds of crazy stuff. But the other big reason why I wanted to make this video is because we got some of the best news ever they conducted some of the earliest critics screenings for the Wonder Woman movie, and everybody is unanimously positive about it, saying pretty much everything that you want to hear about the Wonder Woman movie. Usually the worst thing is silence. Everything that everyone has been saying, people that I trust that actually do reviews, I'll address that too, because a lot of people will get into the Rotten Tomatoes drama stuff. Yes, there's a lot of crazy stuff out there. Typically, I would recommend that you just find the people that review stuff that you trust, listen to what they say about things, and just forget about all the other spam that's going on. So people that I trust actually got to see the movie, and they're saying that Patty Jenkins did an amazing job. She's great with actors, which is exactly what you want to hear about directors. The film is super dark, but Gal Gadot and the Amazons shine super bright. That just means that it's super hardcore, but there's a lot of heart and a lot of hope in it. So you get the badass Wonder Woman that you want to see, but it's not so dark and depressing as some of the other DC movies have been so far. And maybe you like that in a movie. There'll be a ton of that, so you will really enjoy those parts. But one of the big things that Geoff Johns said a long time ago after the big backlash last year was that films need to have a sense of hope, and if it's missing, you really feel it. It feels so much lesser and the film falls flat. So Wonder Woman is totally on its A game. Most of the praise that people have been showering on the movie are for Gal Gadot specifically and Patty Jenkins. Obviously, there's a lot of other stuff going on in the movie, but there's an embargo up, so people aren't allowed to say very specific things about it. Sometimes I get invited to see movies early. If I do have a chance to see it, it's not out for about 3 weeks as I'm posting this, I'll do a non-spoilery review. But all these positive reactions from real critics that I trust are just the best possible thing. People will always go crazy for movies and characters that they love, regardless of how good movies actually are. So sometimes it's hard to parse whether a movie is good or not, just depending on who's shouting about it. What this is saying is that the more level-headed people are saying that this is a really good movie, and it just makes me so much more excited for Justice League. I was already really excited, and I've been listening to a lot of the behind-the-scenes chatter about the influence of Geoff Johns and how he's bringing heart back to the DCEU, just like he's bringing heart back to the comics with DC Rebirth. So the future of the DCEU is looking very bright, even though the movies will be generally pretty hardcore compared to the Marvel fare. There's a lot more comedy happening in the Marvel movies now, and there is a lot of comedy in the DCEU, but I think, Justice League is a good example. Between Justice League and Thor Ragnarok, one movie will be a really humorous, big action set piece, one will be a really hardcore, big action set piece with humor in it. So if that doesn't get you excited, I will show you this picture of Henry Cavill trolling us like a master with more Green Lantern. And if you were wondering, there is a Green Lantern in Justice League, just not the Green Lantern that you think and not in the way that you think. So I'll do another video about Justice League again soon, but leave all your video requests for Wonder Woman, DCEU, Batman, Justice League stuff. What's going to happen next is there was a little new Rick and Morty that dropped. I'll do a video for that, but there'll be new Game of Thrones, and there'll be some new Marvel stuff happening on Sunday. Congratulations to the latest giveaway winner, It's Blue Beast. Please private message me on the back end of my channel so I can get your contact details. So while you wait for all that new stuff, you can click here for brand new Flash, and you can click here for my Thor Ragnarok Guardians of the Galaxy crossover explainer. Thank you so much for watching. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.